Alright, let's do a basement home gym tour. Alright, so it's kind of what we look like in general. Just get a full breathtaking view. Also say hi to the dog. So deep. So yeah, basically, got an AB 5200, which is basically a towel rack. Dustin Pedroia, what's up, bro? Dehumidifier, very important. Got your fan for airflow. Got a rower that's also basically just a way of storing things. Got the Thompson fat pad on top of a Griffin bench ring. I've also added a GetRx bench prop. Might do a video on that, show how that works. It's pretty cool. Makes it so you can stand it up. Other stuff in this corner, we got kettlebells. Also, not used a ton. I think I got them from 18 pounds up to 106, and the 35s and 53s are in pairs. Just got a Titan dumbbell stand full of power blocks. Putting some standard plates on there as well. Also, you can see I did an excellent job modding this so that you can get to the little fork there. Big fan of the power blocks. Got some Orlando's, not going to say where they're from because apparently that guy is a douche. But that's this corner here, another fan. Basically, this is the chill corner with a TV, couches, guitar, laundry, and dog. Alright, come back around. This is my like storage unit, basically. This is just some random IKEA set of shelves and whatnot. I got, oh, this is actually kind of a mess, but we got knee sleeves. I think I got an ab roller. This I got my clipboard from my things. We got, I don't think I ever use anything in there, bench block. What else? Yeah, wraps, elbow. We got a bunch of shoes and more shoes. It's useful. Got a pretty central. Can easily get to stuff. Yoga mat, RX pad. Ooh, number one. Got that Theragun. Use it before every workout. Highly recommend. Got a tiny rep pile box because we got short ceilings in here. So, dog's gonna be in the video. Got foam rollers, also useful. Before the Theragun, I was using those for like 15 minutes every workout. Got the air purifier, also useful. Actually, level, that's also fairly important. Use that for so much. We've got the weight vest, which I only use for Murph maybe once every 2 years, even though I cheat it like crazy. But we can get back to this corner in a bit. Come back on here. We got a Titan T3. It is an 82-inch rack, but I cut it down even further. So it's even smaller than that. What up, dog still in the gym? Because these ceilings are very short. So that's about 80 inches, I think, maybe a little shorter. It is kitted out with pretty much every accessory I could get for it. So it's got the lat tower in the back. Just added a middle pulley. This is an idea I got from the Home Gym Discord. So if you're not on there, get on there. Basically, it's right at chest height. Not the ideal way to do that, but I'm potentially make a video on how that works. We got the Clever Built landmine. Awesome. We got Rogue spotter arms with the little Aperture Engineering 3D printed bar savers on the back of them. It's nice. Kind of starting a blue theme. Might paint these monos. I'm not sure yet. So, what else we got on here? Some sandwich J cups. Strap safeties. Change out the straps because the Titan ones are real long. So change those out. Oh, and this is the 24-inch depth rack, in case you didn't notice. Got some Leco collars. Got Angles 90. Got a TRX thingy. Got a kitchen timer way up there. What else do we got? The monos, great, use them for benching every time I bench. Tricep rope, breath belt, sometimes use it for benching. Random hitch pins from Tractor Supply. We'll get to a barbell later. Got them on plates on the side here. Mostly all York and fairly like quote unquote vintage. I think they're probably from about the 80s. Some of these did come from my backyard. They were my dad's back in the 80s. So that's kind of why I started them. So kind of these are all Yorks. I'm not sure if you can see, but they got the nice milling on the 45s. and on the 25s and 35s. So that's why I like those. Got those as a set, but I also got some American Barbell 45s because I got a good deal on them. So I have those just in case we ever expand and I want to put more plates places. Swinging back around here, I did mention the rower. Did mention some of the stuff. Oh, that's the, what the hell is it? 1211 rack offsets. Those are great. Probably gonna do a video on those. Make it so you can put your hands out further on squats. Got a Titan SSB, just hide under the rower. Don't use it a ton because I got two others. I've got a used American Barbell Mammoth bar under there, which I'm probably also gonna sell because I also have one up here. That's the stuff on the ground there. I basically use the rower to store stuff underneath it. We've got the Pepin dumbbells. I think that's how you say it. I don't think it's Pepin. But I got two pairs of those. Basically I got one that are heavy and one that are light. I rarely ever use the light ones since I got the power blocks. So I would probably can just get away with one set. But yeah, these ones go up to I think 120, 130 pounds. Got them about a year ago. They've since been pretty updated. They're a bit nicer fit and finish, but I still like them. They're kind of a more budget Iron Master for me at the time, just because I had a ton of standard plates I was able to buy pretty cheap. I also added my own little logos to the thing. These are the Cherokee University. Got some other guys on top of these. It's the Burning and Olympics. But yeah, those are those. Cool. Might do a video on the old set. Other things. Shoulder rock. Never used it. It's the breakdown one. Starting to get warm out here, so I might. We'll see. Do some swings in the next couple of weeks, but otherwise, don't use a ton. The vacuum is probably the thing I use the most over here. Super useful. Gets dirty, so might as well vacuum things up. I got a leg holder, lap bar. That's about over here. Oh, and I made those storage shells. As you can probably tell, because they look janky as shit. But basically, I just took plans for an aquarium stand, added a top to it, and some stall mats, and we got dumbbell holders. So I might do another video on those in case anybody cares. Basically, I made these too big. You can kind of tell they take up a lot of space. I don't really need it for all that. You can see I got like a webcam on one. So I basically just brought my laptop on one of them to take videos. And then kind of this one is about the right size. So I could probably have made those smaller, but as of now, they kind of do what I need. All right, quickly going over to our first barbell contract over here. Going from top to bottom, we got the Barbell, I believe that's the Emax bamboo bar. Pretty cool. I use that maybe every now and again for bench. I either hold statically at the top or the bottom, or do tempo bench with that. Is kind of what I like. So, you know, really slow descends, hold it, and then flap as fast as you can. So those are cool. I like doing those. Beneath that is a York, another quote-unquote vintage bar. I think it's probably from the 70s or 80s. I think it was an Olympic bar. It's a 27 millimeter shaft, which is, you know, the same as most deadlift bars these days. So that was strange. Only has Olympic rings. As you can see the tape on it, those are where the normal powerlifting rings would be. Put those there because sometimes I bench with that bar because the bench block fits really good on that. Doesn't fit great on any of my other bars. So if I'm using the bench block, sometimes I'll use it. Vintage York bar. And oddly enough, the knurling's really nice on that. I just kind of got lucky. Usually they're pretty snaked out, not very grippy, but I got lucky with that. Beneath that, Titan axle bar. If you want an axle bar, get it from Titan. It is cheap. Or build your own. Probably be about the same cost, to be honest. Beneath that, Kabuki, the limited edition Black Cherry power bar. It's pretty nice. The knurl's good. The Cerakoting is actually pretty good. I thought it was bad at first. But turns out it's the underlying shaft is kind of like sandblasted, so it gives a different texture. So overall, it's not too bad. I do like the color. It's nicer than the red, and I wasn't super into the blues they had. So the black cherry, it's holding up pretty good. I tend to like it. And, you know, limited edition, how can you not? Beneath that is the American Barbell Mammoth power bar. So that's the one I've had longer and in better condition. Basically, my go-to bar before I got the Kabuki. Pretty sweet. I use it for most everything. Not a very sharp knurl, very grippy. Unfortunately, it's Cerakoted over stainless steel. Beneath that is the Rogue squat bar. Just got this back to go along with the 1211 offsets because I don't do much barbell back squatting, but I just signed up for a powerlifting meet soon, so I kind of have to. So I got the squat bar just to be able to utilize it, put my hands a little bit farther. And beneath that is the Kabuki Cadillac bar. This is the, I don't know if they're calling it a V2 or not, but it is the one with the recessed chest plate there. It's a little bit lower mounted, and then the bolts on the side do not extend all the way through. So there's 4, I believe, instead of 3. So slight update to the original one they had there. Oh, then I got a cane. Gotta point that out. Use that to stretch my shoulders sometimes. So the cane is also part of this door. All right, swinging through the rack. Come over here to the deadlift platform. Can kind of go through the bars on this side. So starting with the top again, it's the Titan Yukon bar. I almost never use this. I've had a couple of different ones that bought it, sold it. This one I got for a real good deal, so I still have it. And so it's still here, but I might start using it with the offsets before I move directly to a straight bar, but otherwise that guy collects dust. I've got the orange Cerakote Texas Power Bar underneath that, so it's a 28.5 millimeter shaft power bar. Pretty good knurling. I think sometimes it's hit or miss with what you're going to get from Texas Power Bars. Mine's pretty good, even with the Cerakote on top of it. I don't think I'd want one that's much sharper than it is, so I think the Cerakote is good for my purposes there. Beneath that in blue is the American Barbell California bar. So it's kind of their multi-purpose bar, their version of Rogue's Ohio bar, that type of deal. You know, I sometimes use it for deadlifting, for my 1 rep maxes. For some reason, that fits better for me than a 27 millimeter extra whoopie bar. So it's kind of my Goldilocks in between a power bar and a deadlift bar. That's pretty much all I use the multi-purpose bar for. Beneath that is the Texas Power Bars deadlift bar. That's in white Cerakote, which I do like. Also go lucky with that one. Cerakoting's good. Knurling's sharp. No real complaints on that one. Other than you do got to clean the weight a bit more than other colors. You can probably see kind of where my hands go on it. I haven't cleaned it a bit, but it does pretty well with rubbing alcohol. Beneath that is the Rogue Cerakote curl bar. Super overkill. I would not recommend people get it, but I got a good deal on one again, so was able to hold on to that for like $100 or so. So can't say no to that. I really like the camber angles on it. I've had some other curl bars which I don't like as much. Like Reps was pretty shallow, but the Rogue one's pretty good. Underneath that, the Kabuki Strength Transformer bar. This is not the super newest version because I think they have like a stitched on logo to the back pad there, but this one is the embossed one. Got a ton of use. It was pretty much the only thing I used while squatting, you know, split squats, things like that. But since I've moved on to different bars, which we'll get to in just a second, beneath the Transformer is the Perform Better, I believe it's the Mega Trap Bar. So it's pretty similar to Rogue, I think what is the TB2 maybe, and Titan's Rackable Hex Bar V2. The kind of actual frame itself pretty similar. I think this almost looks actually identical to Fringe Sports. I'm assuming it's probably made in the same place. The only difference is from the Rogue and the Titan ones being the sleeves. The sleeves are regular Olympic sleeves, but they're not rackable, so that's what those spacers are on there for. It makes it fit a little bit better on the platform. Otherwise, pretty good trap bar. The top handles may be a bit too tall for me, and the knurling's not great, but did what I needed to. Next to that, we got the Mars bar, which is my new king of squat bars. I had that for about a month now. Really like it. Was kind of claustrophobic at first compared to the giant padding on the Transformer, but now I kind of really like it. So that is my new go-to for safety squat bar, even though it's not really a safety squat bar. And then in front of that, just showed up today, is the Illegal Open deadlift bar. Open! You gotta kind of say it like you're saying hops to the mix. Also just showed up today, and it is gorgeous. I think the knurling could be a bit more aggressive on that, but otherwise the fit and finish is really just probably the nicest bar I've ever had. So excited to try out some different moves with that guy. I think I might use it a lot for pressing, to be honest with you. I think it might kind of spell the end of me having a Cadillac bar. Quickly, there is a Rogue deadlift bar in that tube. I'm not a huge fan of it, so it's back in the tube. Might be selling that soon. The bumpers on there are Fringe Sports Milk Spec bumpers. I've had those for about 2 years now, held up pretty good. I only use them on deadlifting, so they now live on my platform. Couple quick details on the platform. This is pretty similar to, whatever else you're going to see from YouTube deadlift platform. It's, I believe, 2 sheets of plywood as a base, and then a sheet of stall mat, plywood, and stall mat. Basically, the thing that I did slightly different is it's separate, like these are separate pieces. So this is apart from that, and the same thing over there. That's why you kind of see the tape kind of keeping it together. Which did that just because I knew I was eventually going to be moving it, and I already did move it, and having to move it as one big giant slab would be annoying. It's still annoying to move in 3 pieces, but it's pretty easy with 2 people. With 2 people moving the whole thing, it would be incredibly annoying, especially having to get down this staircase. So splitting that up was useful, even though it's not very flat over there. So you can kind of see there's some cardboard pieces under that. I'm using that as kind of a way to flatten it out. Doing an okay job, but I can definitely do a bit more work there. Only other thing on the platform, we got extra stall mat kind of squares. I mean, they're rectangles that I cut out to use as either deficit or pulling off of blocks. So use those every now and again because I suck at deficit deadlifts. Oh no, deficit deadlifts I'm good at, but I suck at block pulls. So been using those a lot recently, working on that type of stuff. And that's basically the entire gym setup. I've also got kind of like an office here. I got some other things. It's like, protein and tools and other random stuff in that bar there. I got kind of an office set up as well. Got a webcam, nice microphone, things like that. So, but that is basically the gist of what's up, dog. This basement gym. Yeah, I didn't do much of the decorating, but it's kind of actually I did that. But yeah, this is kind of what we're working with. Oh, I didn't show the bands off. Yeah, Elite FTS band set. I think I got one of the sets, and then I added the shorty ones to it. Rarely use the shorties. Don't use the bands for a ton, especially since I got the lat tower. Before I got the lat tower, I was doing bands for kind of all those accessory works, and they worked great, but don't use them as much since I got that tower. And I think that's mostly everything. I don't think I completely got everything. I think I missed some of the collars up there. I missed the dead wedge, some smaller bands. But that's pretty much everything. So for just winging it off the top of my head, hopefully you saw what you wanted to. And maybe got some ideas out of how I have this stupid space set up. Because if you can especially see over there, we got extra short ceiling. So I had to make some concessions to space. But yeah, this is the basement gym. So here's kind of the whole thing. Oh yeah, Teeny's hanging out. But yeah, I know. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to, I don't know, do some comparisons with some of these bars. I am going to be selling. I'm not keeping 2 trap bars or 3 safety squat bars or a bunch of extra power bars. So I'll probably do some comparisons between some of these bars, post those if people, seem to like these. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Peace.